Hello, everybody. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for joining me right here on Hutch's Weather. This is an update on some slippery roads, and we do have some cold weather to endure before a warm up that comes with growing pains, including Friday flakes. Details are coming up right now. But first, my friends at Robert Gibb & Sons want you to know that if you're a first responder, we want to salute you with up to $400 off the installation of a new system called Robert Gibb & Sons today for the very latest on this and other deals that are available right now. Now, let's take a look at what's going on around the region. As we take a look at our temperatures, it's cold. They've been falling throughout the day and woke up, rose and shone with temperatures that were near 15 to 20 degrees, and we're at 0 Fargo, 2 below as we look up into Walsh County in the Grand Forks area, 6 below for Bemidji, cold spot right here, 8 below right now in Warroad, Minnesota. Taking you in just a little bit closer, we can see here that we do have some mighty chilly air working its way across the region. Turn off that follower there. Whoop, I'm moving around too. So let's go here. Sorry about that. As we zoom in, we can take you in a little closer to highlight a couple of more communities. Foston at 8 below. It's 2 below in Crookston right now. Out in Park Rapids, 2 below your temperature. Zooming in a little closer to the Bemidji area, 6 below 0 right now with 4 below in Detroit Lakes. Southeast North Dakota above 0, Valley City 1, and it is 3 degrees in the James River Valley at this time. So the cold blob illustrated by this light blue shade or blue-green shade right now with Grand Forks at 2 below 0 at this hour. Factor in those winds and it is unpleasant out there. Your now wind chills are in the 20s below for Foston right into Bemidji, up into the Hallock area as well right now. Baudette 18 below. How about Warroad? 25 below on exposed skin right now with those winds that right now are not terribly strong, but strong enough to create some pretty significant wind chills. These are gusts right now, wind gusts upwards of 20 miles per hour for many across the region, but just good old-fashioned sustained winds at 7 to 20 miles per hour, causing some of these nasty wind chills that we're seeing right now. Let's talk a little bit about our forecast because we do have cold temperatures now, but a little bit of a warm-up that's going to take place. I'm going to show you a highlighted hour-by-hour forecast here as I pull up another model here I want to highlight for us as we head into the evening hours tonight and the day tomorrow. So let's go ahead and look at this one, and it'll show us a chance of flakes that'll be making their way in as we go through. So here's what you need to know as I set this into motion. Number one, we're going to see that for the overnight hours, we have some pretty cold high pressure moving overhead tonight. Then as we go into the morning hours tomorrow, this is going to be morning to midday. We'll see quiet weather and temperatures that are going to be on the cold side, especially on the Minnesota side of the river. See, the high pressure center is right here. That's usually the coldest core of air as it works its way in. Now, spreading into the Friday morning time frame just before daybreak, we have a warm front and cold front that'll be sneaking its way through. So a patch of showers of snow will be pushing into the central and eastern Dakotas in the morning hours just in time for your commute. Now, it will just be getting started by the way things are looking, but as we go through the midday hour, there could be some light snowfall accumulations here moving across Minnesota. And as we go through the day, the winds become more northwesterly and usher in another burp of cool air. Behind that cool front, here you go, another dash of snow. So by the time we're said and done, we got north winds on Friday into Saturday morning, some blowing snow, some slippery road conditions to continue our wintry stretch of weather. Now, here's a look at this particular model's take on the snowfall potential with this system. Remember, it's a couple of days out yet, so don't put too much weight on any particular number that you're seeing right here. But one thing to keep in mind is that as we go through Friday and into Saturday morning, northern Minnesota will have the best chance at seeing some appreciable accumulation. We're talking a half of an inch to an inch for most. A few spots could see 2 or maybe 3 inches. The best chance of that up near International Falls, the Rainy Lake area. And as we take a look out to the west here, we do have some snow showers in the oil patch that could be an inch or a little bit more. The rest of us in gray here picking up nuisance amounts of snow, but please remember it comes with some wind as well as we go through. So that's something to keep in mind. Couple of things to highlight as we go through. I want to make an announcement right here that, well, tomorrow's a special day because Athena Swires will help Hutch figure out the weather from Detroit Lakes. And I'd love you to check out Athena's work and comment and pat these kids on the back. They're very brave for getting up and helping Hutch do the weather from the showroom floor at Luther Family Ford. If you have a student that wants to help Hutch figure out this crazy weather that we've been having of late, well, you can sign up right at the showroom floor. Walk on in, tell them Hutch sent you. They'll show you where you can sign up. You can head to hutchesweather.com, click on the Weather Kid button, and you can get signed up there as well. Again, check in 4:30 tomorrow. Athena Swires helping Hutch figure out the weather. All right, your forecast for tonight shows this. As temperatures will fall, will be mildest in the western Dakotas above the 5-degree mark. 8 below in Grand Forks, 8 below as we start our day in the Fargo-Moorhead area. The coldest of the year in northern Minnesota, where we will have wind chills between 15 and 35 below zero. Into the morning hours, so enough wind to cause some cold feeling air out there. Look at Minneapolis, 2 degrees above with wind chills there as well. A chilly start to the day. Then as we go through your Thursday afternoon, look at the warmth taking place out here in the west. We're going to see 30 to 35 degrees from Dickinson through Hettinger out towards Bowman, Rame, Baker, Montana, Ekalaka, Montana, and Glendive at 34 degrees. A little cooler in the oil patch through Minot, 20s there. But single digits above zero is all we're going to muster for your very chilly Thursday here in the valley. Keep that in mind with those winds that'll be, well, potent enough and the wind direction west-northwesterly to keep us on the chilly and wind chilly side all day. The coldest weather will slowly shift off into the area of Minnesota as we go through your Thursday. I'll check your questions here in a minute, but right now we're going to take a look at this 7-day planner. Tomorrow, starting at 8 below, we're rising temperatures overnight from 5 to 9 on Friday morning, but then comes the snow showers. Now, the morning commute will be gradually impacted, and the midday commute will be impacted, and the home commute also will be impacted by gusty winds. 45-mile-per-hour winds. In fact, wind, if I could put wind in the forecast every day, that's just what Hutch is going to do. 40 and 40-mile-per-hour winds Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at times. So Saturday looks to be pretty blustery with the cold front bringing some more flurries and flakes with it, as you saw on the hour-by-hour forecast there. So temperatures on Saturday will be falling from a morning temperature of 21, much like today, back down into the teens as we go through the afternoon. Then we can really start talking about a warm-up, but it's a windy warm-up Sunday and Monday. Monday brings another shot at some light snow the way it looks right now. But look at those temperatures leaping into the 30s. I kept this with a red highlight on the day because Hutch's hunch is we're going to have more wintry travel on your Monday night and into Tuesday morning. That commute especially looks to be somewhat impacted there. Now, as we take a look at our area, let me see here if we do have some areas of concern as we head into the overnight hours. Pardon me while I load up another frame here for you. Okay. So here we go. This is a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories that we have in our area. You've probably already heard this cold weather advisory. Let's go ahead and take a look at the very latest with that to get you caught up. Here you go. Let's see. Here you go. Okay, now as we take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories, looking around the United States, look at the deep south right here. We're seeing cold weather advisories, warnings all the way down into central Florida and the East Coast, and that extends out into New Mexico as well. We do have a winter storm blasting through Montana right now. There was blizzard warnings, now winter storm warnings for much of the mountains outside of Great Falls and the mountains south of Billings seeing snow. That's going to spread up into the Black Hills as well. For our area, here is what we have. We have a cold weather advisory for our northern Minnesota counties, and we're talking about wind chill values that are going to be pretty nasty cold. As I mentioned, 35 below zero, not out of the question, and that's what the National Weather Service has on here too. So I think that's a good agreement there on the forecast. So that's a look at that. Let me take a peek here now. If I have any questions at all, we'll love to answer your questions right here on Hutch's Weather. But for now, I do also want to remind you that we have that ability to share with you more information on hutchesweather.com, including your photos. Check these out. Had a couple doozies lately, and I love it when you take the time to upload your photos. Like, look at these two. I've missed seeing frequent photos of these two. Pam, thank you so very much for uploading this. You know, basically, Frankie and Huey here are reminding us what we need to do with our four-legged friends. Keep them warm and, be prepared for the weather out there. Pam, thanks again for sharing Frankie and Huey with all of us. A beautiful, beautiful pair of pups out there enjoying the winter across the Northern Plains. Speaking of winter, it's not just here in the Northern Plains. Don shared this from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you want to peruse more of these photos, head over to hutchesweather.com. And another thing you can do for me is if you go over to my Facebook page, please click the follow button. It helps Hutch out immensely right there. Okay, now I'm going to take a peek and see if I do have any questions at all as we continue through the period here. So let's see. I'm going to pull that up right here. Pardon me. Okay, so now looking for these questions that you all have as we go through. Here's what I'm seeing, and it does look like I want to say a good hello to Nathan. Good to have you on board, Cindy. Thanks for watching from the Breckenridge, Wahpeton area. And all in all, that's a look at our weather for tonight. Again, remember, you can get the latest on your road conditions anytime, anywhere on hutchesweather.com. Thanks for joining me on this live weather update. Please click the follow button on Facebook, and before you head out on Friday or even into the weekend with some blustery conditions pushing our way, head to hutchesweather.com for the very latest, anytime, anywhere, interactive radar, road conditions, snowfall reports,